Hi, this is Arabella Gordon, and today we are going to talk about songwriting. Now, I've had a handful of you talk to me and ask me some questions about songwriting. Now, you've got lyrics and you're excited about writing songs, and I just wanted to cover a few very, very basic things about songwriting. First of all, let's talk about song structure. Now, if you want to write a song that could be radio friendly, you want to be mindful of the song structure. We could call it the Nashville format, and I'll just go ahead and briefly explain what that is. Now, a Nashville song format would be something like this, where you start with an introduction, which is musical, and then you have a verse 1, and then you have a chorus, and then you have another verse 2, and then you have a chorus, which is the same as the first, and then you have a bridge, which is a different section than the verse or the chorus, and then you have a solo, which is played over the verse chords. So we can call it a verse 3, but there's no vocals. It's where a solo goes. And after that, a chorus comes back, usually with a slow feel with less music. And then we have another chorus where all the instruments come back in, and there will be an ending, and there will be a stop. So that's basically your song structure. Now, the song that is radio friendly will be about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 45 seconds to 3 minutes and 15 seconds, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, not much longer than that. Because that's about how long a person enjoys a song and you're able to maintain their great interest. And the song is full of sights and sounds and stories, and you're not keeping the listener too long. Now, that's for your structure, and that's about your length, and we've gone over that. So let's talk a little bit about if you want to write songs that are used in church, or if you want them just for the radio. If you want to write songs that are used in church, it's still a very good idea to follow this same structure. So many church songs are on the radio, on Christian contemporary radio stations, that it's just a good idea to write songs with that same structure. Now, if you look at songs that are 20, 30 years old, or some older songs, you see that there are different structures where, like hymns, just have many verses, and there's not really a chorus, but a few lines at the end that repeat and serve as the chorus. And then there's also songs where it's just a chorus and you repeat it over and over. Sometimes you'll change keys going up. And then there are songs where it's got a verse and a chorus, and the verse and the chorus are the same lyrics. The verse is always the same. There's no verse 2 with different lyrics, and that's fine too. And all those are fine in church, but on the radio, typically, you want to stick with that format that we talked about, because it is what is most friendly to listeners. Now, if you want to write a song and you don't want to have any rules, it's okay. It's your song and you do what you want to. However, if your heart's desire is to share it, you want to keep in mind that you want to make it as friendly as possible, as far as structure goes, and as far as the style goes, as far as the music and the lyrics and the story. So let's talk a little bit about the lyrics and the story. Now, in a pop form song, you want to have a verse 1 and a verse 2. Now, those two will reveal a little bit. Verse 1 will reveal a little bit, and verse 2 will reveal a little bit more. And the chorus will be a commentary that solidifies the verses. Now, the bridge will be a different section that brings probably a contrasting or a revelational thought. And all of it makes for a very interesting song that keeps the listener very interested. So now we've talked about structures, we've talked about the length, we've talked about different song structures that we have heard in church, and we have talked about basically how the story would go with the sections. Now, I'd really like to know what your questions are and what your comments are. This will tell me more about what we can talk about. If you'd like to, down the line, you can share your lyrics with me, and we can be positive, sharing suggestions and comments and helping you to rewrite. Now, just a few tips. When you're starting out as a songwriter, you want to be mindful to take your fresh ideas and keep them, but it is important to rewrite. We always say rewrite. Now, if you've been writing for a while, you may be tired of rewriting, so you edit along the way. Don't over-edit. So somewhere in the middle is a happy middle ground where you want to keep your fresh ideas, but you don't want to be stuck with your first ideas. You want to make it better and improve and make it very tight. But you don't want to edit along the way where you edit out all the great ideas and all the passion and inspiration that comes when you first started writing, when you first picked up that pen and paper. So keep all those things in mind, and I am here. I am willing to hear your comments and read your lyrics, and I'm happy to answer any questions. So let me know. This is Arabella Gordon talking about your songs and songwriting, and I will wait to hear from you, and we will come back and have another chat about songwriting.